Hey guys, what's up? It's DeFi Django here, Django Jax. I got, what was your name again? It was Andrew, or do you go by Drew? Andrew, okay. Andrew, okay.
Yeah.
I was make sure I got that. Yeah, so we got him here. He's the, what are you, the creator or like the lead developer of Meowcoin, or why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. No worries. So, Andrew, I'm the co-founder of Meowcoin. So, myself and a partner, Mansa, have sort of started Meowcoin about, it's about 2.5 months ago now. So, it seems like it's been years, but it's only been a short time. Meowcoin is a proof-of-work coin, GPU mineable only on the Kapow algorithm. We're currently sort of exploring and expanding, and there's sort of plenty in the works at the moment. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, Is Meowcoin like a meme coin, or is it more something that people should take seriously?
Look, it's funny you should say that, right? So Mansa and I, when we were sitting there discussing how we were going to create and craft this, we were sort of toying with thoughts and ideas. And one of the things that we kind of landed on is we both got rescue cats or street cats that we brought in. And we were sort of talking one day around the cats themselves, and we remember that one of the rules of the internet is that most of YouTube is taken up with cat videos. So we thought maybe it'd be kind of cool to do a cat video and a cat coin. And we sort of did some research, discovered that there'd been some others previously, but thought, we'll go ahead with it. And we found the little icon that we got. So someone that I know had sort of done that on the internet, and we've sort of drawn that into the idea and the concept of it. We thought it was really cute. So that sort of 8-bit pixel art, which is, something that people are finding more and more interesting these days. Yeah. We thought that would be a great sort of angle. So we do have a little bit from a marketing perspective that sort of nod and nudge towards a meme coin, which is sort of fine. But we are definitely a serious coin that's looking to, build an ecosystem for miners and hopefully return a little bit more profitability to GPU miners in the future. Yeah,
that's cool. I like that. It is definitely something to capitalize on, because everyone loves their meme coins for some reason. I mean, everyone loves memes, but yeah, that's good to know. So, what algorithm you guys chose to mine with Kapow? Why did you guys choose that?
So one of the main reasons we went with Kapow is primarily because both Mansa and I are GPU miners, so we love mining. We think mining is fantastic. It's excellent for decentralization. We think it fits with Satoshi's vision from the perspective of, everyone can join in on the network and, play a role. Everyone can contribute, but also everyone can earn a reward, which is fair. So we wanted to create a coin which sort of followed on with that sort of vision. And we knew that the Kapow, which is a prog power variant, was very much focused on being ASIC resistant. It's not that there's anything wrong with ASICs, it's just that we wanted a GPU coin, and so we just decided to go with that specific algorithm.
Yeah, I have not spent much time mining with Kapow, but I do very much like GPU or ASIC resistant coins, just because the ASICs are just so expensive that the average person can't just hop in, whereas you can get a pretty low entry graphics card and start mining right away and making profit. So I love I only have one ASIC out of 2,000 cards, so I definitely like GPUs more. I'll definitely have to check it out, because I have not spent very much time, just because my farm is like I have everything like maxed out like 80% on my stuff, so I have to move stuff around in order to give my cards more watts. So I want to do that, because I've noticed that Meowcoin has been jumping up the what to mine scale as far as profitability goes, or as profitability goes. So I've been noticing that, so I definitely want to check it out. So
yeah, and you know what, we're pretty happy with that as well. Like, we know that there's a couple of other coins that are having a good time with it at the moment too. I think Casper's one of them as well.
Yeah, so Casper's been doing really good as well. So what is Meowcoin listed on any exchanges yet, or is it just a mine only right now?
Yeah, at the moment it's on TXBit, GravyX, Ethereum, TradeOrga, and Xbitron.
Oh, wow.
We're sort of at the moment discussing bigger and larger exchanges. What we've sort of discovered in the process of that, because obviously Mansour and I have never done this before, so we're sort of the blind leading the blind at some level, but we're doing a good enough job, I suppose, in terms of discovering all this. But exchanges are actually really expensive, like bigger exchanges. It's not just the down payment to get listed, which sort of covers some of your sort of the marketing that goes along with it, but it's actually the additional things like creating market making and having liquidity pools for that type of stuff to happen. The exchange makes money out of the trading, obviously, and you need to basically supply the ability for them to trade on your coin and make profit, which is quite remarkable in many senses. But it's even some of the cheaper tier 3 exchanges are upwards of $70,000-$80,000 US because of that extra requirement of the market maker and the liquidity, which is insane in some
that's
senses.
crazy. That's a ton.
Yeah, and because we want to be a coin that I won't say we're not going to invite venture capital, but we're certainly not looking for it. We want to build sustainably, and we want to build from a grassroots perspective. That makes listing really challenging.
For sure. But I think it's better to build slowly rather than build quickly with money. I think that by building slowly and doing it the right way, it makes a better project that people will build trust and build a good, strong community around right from the beginning. So I think you're doing a good job.
I tend to agree.
I follow you on Twitter, and I know that you guys built your coin around some kind of charity for, can you tell me a little bit about that? Like how much do you guys donate, and was the project, so did you guys do that was that always part of the project, or do you guys think about adding that on later, or what? Just give me a rundown on that.
Yeah, so our aim was to basically, I suppose, split the blockchain 60% to the miner and 40% to, I suppose, the Meowcoin pool, so to speak. And the aim behind that was to make sure that we could fund all the development as much as possible for the coin itself. We really were passionate about making sure that we weren't a burden to the community from a financial perspective. We also wanted to make sure that what we were doing had some form of greater than ourself objective. We think that mining and cryptocurrency has so much to offer the wider world that why shouldn't we give back a little bit for what we've got? And obviously the cats, both of us being fans of, street cats and owning them ourselves, we know that there's quite a number of them. And shelters struggle to afford to, pay for some of the stuff that they need. So we thought, well, why don't we contribute to some animal shelters, and we'll see how we go with that. So that started that part of the journey. We sort of began to look into different animal shelters that we could donate to and engage with. And so far we found two key partners to partner with. So Forgotten Animals, who are a London-based charity that look after some of the animals that are in the eastern bloc of Europe, mainly domestic animals, but also some wild animals. And also Heavenly Pets, which is I believe they're Hollywood based. I get the location a little bit skewish sometimes, but Heavenly Pets are a cat-based animal shelter who basically rescue cats off the street and rehome them, neuter them, give them medical attention and things of that nature. And we were really sort of proud to partner with them on that. And we're sort of talking to two other entities in Australia at the moment, one being Pet Rescue, which is the largest adoption facilitator in Australia, which is really exciting for us, and also a smaller shelter called Urban Kittens, who are looking to tokenize adoption on the blockchain, and have sort of started to inquire with us as to how to do that.
That's really cool. I think that's really cool that you guys are doing that. You could tell that you're all about the Meowcoin's all about community and giving back. So I really like it. So
community is such a big thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it really is. It's super important. I mean, if there's no community, then a project won't survive. And I mean, that's what it's all about. All these new projects that come out. I mean, you see a million projects come out, every year, and they're all just like focused on making as much money as possible, not like giving back. So it's good to see that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we want to build an ecosystem for the community that they can use and engage with, you know, like that's part of what we want to build, because we know that miners sort of being locked out of Ethereum from a merge perspective, they're no longer able to find the reward to then, you know, build back into the system, which is, I think, one of the reasons why Ethereum was so successful. Was the miners were able to kind of take some of their reward and pour it back into the ecosystem.
Yeah, I think that too. I think that Ethereum doesn't realize that most of the people that use their platform are miners. Because I mean, that's what I think so anyway. And it feels really wrong for them to kind of just disregard everyone that contributed to their success. But yeah, I mean, the markets will decide. I mean, if ETH is going to be successful, then I mean the market will decide that, you know, whether they succeed on proof of stake or that was their ultimately, you know, the worst decision they ever made. I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Meowcoin is like a smart, like allows asset tokenization, right? So are you guys creating some kind of NFT marketplace on Meowcoin?
Funny you should say that. Yeah, we actually are in the process of finalizing the coding on an NFT marketplace. So we're sort of got the underlining element to that being created. And now we're sort of looking at the prettiness element to it and the branding element, which is something that we think is really important to get right. So we have got a couple of NFT artists who are looking to put their work onto the marketplace itself as well. So because Kapao is basically a peer-to-peer asset transfer layer built into the layer one, we're able to do that, which is great. It's no need for smart contracts. It's kind of just as easy as that. Yeah. So sort of think about some of the marketplaces that are on Ravencoin. We've got that same opportunity with Meowcoin. So that's really exciting. And at the moment, we're basically engaging with as many NFT artists as we can to see if we can get them to put one of their collections on, which would be really cool for us, because we think there's plenty of people who want to buy. We've got a little small element to our Discord, which is the NFT marketplace, where people are currently using a escrow system to transfer NFTs, but there's some that are being sold and made, and people love them. They think that it's something to be really engaged with, which is great, because that's what we want. We want people to engage with the network and use it.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'll have to. I do have a NFT project that I've been working on, a new project that's different than the one I have, and I've been looking for something to put it on. So I was gonna put it on OpenSea, but that was before I started this project before the merge. But then once the merge happened, I was like, it doesn't really seem right to put it on an Ethereum chain. So I definitely think that it would be better to go on some kind of community-driven. And that's why I put my original collection on Ravencoin originally, because I wanted it to be on a proof of work chain, and I wanted it to be, you know, community driven, and I thought the Ravencoin community was really good for that.
Yeah, well, you're more than welcome to stick it on Meowcoin.
Yeah, so I think that I might have to, because that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's called the one that I've been working on for the past it's like a generative collection, but it's like little jellyfish though. So it's jellyfish.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so I've been working on it for a while, but I just, you know, it's just always in the back of my mind. But yeah, I'll have to put some thought into moving that over to Meowcoin. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of part of the process, right? It's this engagement with people and go, you know, here's a place to put your art with a community that wants to see it. And your stuff is fantastic with the Hella Fellas things. Yeah. And it's, I mean, in a way, it's very similar to we've got another small project running at the moment where we've got a, think of the 1980s arcade with 8-bit sort of games. We've got that actually being created at the moment. So the author of that is pretty close to completing it, which we're really excited about, because I personally love half the games that are on there. Like, we've got some really cool, funky games, but they've been skinned to be Meowcoin based, which is unreal. You know, it just looks fantastic. The guy's done a great job. So, you know, the ability to actually do those things and then have people engage with the art that you create, whether it be a game or an NFT collection. I really think that that's one of the things that makes crypto so cool.
Yeah,
it gets people together.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. A lot of people don't like NFTs because they think they don't see like the value in just buying like a picture on the internet. But what I think that is very important about NFTs is, you know, just it's a way to support like artists or people that you like and want to support. Because I mean, there's a difference between paying, you know, like $15 or $20 for a picture, you know, versus, you know, $60,000 for a Bored Ape type thing. A lot of pictures are completely, or a lot of NFT projects are just like really big hype and all about making money. But when you get to these smaller community projects like on Ravenous and stuff, a lot of people just like the art and want to support the artist. And it's all about community. It's really cool is that a lot of people will mine Ravencoin and then spend it on a piece of art that I have, and they're like supporting that. I mean, that's how I got started. I thought it was really cool. And I also bought a couple. I also have a bunch of NFTs that I bought from other people. It's like you said, it's fun. That it's a great way that crypto kind of brings everyone together. And so yeah. I would love to be a part of the Meowcoin NFT marketplace.
Yeah, absolutely. You're more than welcome to join. So I think one of the things that I love about NFTs as well is they're starting to become a little bit more understood. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that really excites me about Meowcoin is I think there's a lot more real world applications for NFTs than necessarily just art. And that's not to say that art isn't important, but that NFTs are actually this amazing piece of technology that you can do so many different things with, and helping people to understand that the art is just a part of that puzzle. And that you can actually do quite a lot more. Like, for instance, one of the things that I'm doing at the moment, I've got a couple of business partners, and my background's always been in the wine industry. Okay. And one of the things that wine struggles with is authentic, or basically ability to prove that the wine you've got is actually the wine that the label says, because there's been a lot of fraud. Yeah. Something like 23% of the world's wine is actually all, fake or counterfeit. Wow. And so we're actually working on a way to build a pre-sale for wine that people can purchase a bottle of wine prior to it being bottled, and then when they receive it, we'll get sort of an NFT notification identifying that as the authentic thing. So that's something that we're actually going to build on the Meowcoin blockchain, because I personally believe in the technology. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. NFTs as a technology is an amazing technology that's not being utilized like to its full potential, for sure, because the art and profile pic type of what it's being used for mostly right now, it's cool and all, but it has a ton of applications that go far beyond that. And that's honestly what's going to drive adoption into crypto space. We're going to see like a lot of the gaming industry getting into NFTs. And I mean, there's endless possibilities for it. Like you said, the wine, just proving and authenticating things. There's a real problem with that in today's world. It's just everything is faked. You never know. But with NFT, you absolutely know without a doubt that what you're getting is genuine. So.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's the exciting bit about it for me with Meowcoin is as we've sort of started to pull back the layers a little bit, people have come out and said, well, can we do this and can we do that? And that's one of the exciting things is people have these ideas of how to implement a lot of the technology. The community really gets it. And it's about actually fostering that creativity with the community and getting them involved as much as possible so that you can begin to draw out these applications into real world. And I think part of the role of a project is actually fostering that community engagement. It's getting people to, have a say and have engagement and sort of see the things that they're passionate about come to life. That's one of the things that Mansour and I really wanted to facilitate is people in the community can say stuff and we'll sit there and go, you know what, if we can make this happen, let's make it work. That's kind of the stuff that we're really excited about. So it's pulling the chains off people and saying, be free, be creative, pursue these objectives that you want to try and these dreams and goals, and let's see what we can do.
Yeah. So when does the Meowcoin NFT marketplace, when is that coming online? Do you guys have like a exact date yet, or is it just coming up really just in a few weeks?
We haven't got an exact date yet, but we've probably got an ETA of about 2 weeks at the moment.
Okay.
By the end of this week, all the coding should be completed. And then next week, we're just going to get some of the front end tidied up. But basically, by next week, we will want to have like a landing page for people to know that it's coming with a little timer. Okay. And that's sort of the goal. So we're really excited.
That is
it's
exciting.
One of those things where, yeah, and it's one of those things as well. Like you want it to happen right now, but it's like, oh, you got to do it the right way, because you know, as we've seen recently in crypto, if you don't do it the right way, everything goes kaboom.
Yep, so, exactly. Man, yeah. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to mine some Meowcoin so I can spend it on the marketplace. That'd be pretty cool. So,
absolutely.
Do you have anything else you want to add, or anything else people should know about the project that we haven't gone over?
No, look, mate, I think just really grateful for the chance to sort of say hi and get to know your community and the people who watch your videos. I just love being able to connect with, I suppose, the people in the a community who have a profile such as yourself, who want to have a chat and just sort of chew the fat a bit. As you can tell, Australians are very much about, you know, let's sit down and have a yarn. So I just really love the chance to sort of say hi and you know, feel free to come jump into the Discord. We're a really happy bunch of people, and we'd be happy to have you around. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for being on. It was great to talk to you and meet. I love meeting new people in the crypto space, especially people that are really trying to build, you know, improve the space that they're in. And so it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on. And I'll put all your socials down below. You want people to follow Meowcoin on Twitter, and that way they can know when this marketplace is coming out, so they'll be able to get all the updates.
No worries. Thank you so much, mate.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
Cheers.